TCK. Well, welcome back to some more Kai Plays, folks. I don't have much preamble for you today since we're not currently running any Tiltify campaigns in our nonprofit ventures. So we're going to go ahead and start just a little bit early without any real kind of leading into it because we have a little bit of ground to make up after our last couple of forays into the Tower of Babel. Now, if you recall from last time, we left off after having dealt with Rubicante, and we found this save point here, and we're ready to presumably finish up our adventures here in the tower. Now, normally we have a little bit more wind-up before we get going here, but we've had a couple of issues with encoding, a couple of things that I've had to juggle with the software, and normally we have some preamble that we get into, but we're going to go ahead and kind of gloss over that today and just roll into it. Now, as I recall, we had pretty well explored the surrounding area here. There's a little bit more stuff on this map that we got to fill out. And with the amount of slogging through random encounters that we're going to have to do, it seemed wise to kind of get things underway sooner rather than later. My goodness, 3,400 damage from Cecil. I had forgotten we gave him that battle axe that makes him hit like a truck. Oh, right. We have Rydia casting all of the spells in the world. Probably don't need her doing that at the moment. So let's change that setting. Just have her go back to auto attacks for a little bit here. Oh, right. Okay. Now, after having defeated Rubicante and climbed our way to the top of the tower here, we seem to have encountered our prize. Except... Ouchtown. Which map are we on? Where could it have led us? Basement 7. Now, I have a standing policy of run on back attacks for random encounters, as you may already know, because it is something of a time suck, but in addition, it's also a great way to lose more HP than you need to. Now, as you may recall, there's a significant portion of the Tower of Babel that is split from the rest of it. Basement 13 through, I want to say Basement 8, it's been a couple of weeks, so I don't recall offhand, is separated from the top half of the tower by a teleporter. It's also interesting to note that even where we had entered from the from the cave, to get to the top half of the tower. We still entered at a basement level, so it does beg the question, how many levels is the tower above our entry point? Food for thought as we carve our way through the rest of these random encounters here. Always gotta love those ethers. That's liquid gold right there. What have we here? The enemy's latest airship? This airship couldn't possibly be a trap. We shall call her the Falcon. Did we all just agree that the ninja we met an hour ago knows how to fly airships? Alright, well, we're back in the underworld, folks. Can't fly over lava with the Falcon. Perhaps we should stop in and see what the dwarves are up to, and also pay a visit to the inn. What of the crystals? We failed. I see. Golbez has been hard at work attempting to acquire the last one. He is now trying to force open the sealed caves entrance. It is only a matter of time before he succeeds. I was hoping you might go and remove the crystal before he does. Luca. Yes, father? Bring me your necklace. This necklace, you see, is the key to the sealed cave. No one can pass through the entryway without it. Please, you must protect the final crystal. Alright, well, that's that, I suppose. I don't think we really need a lot of items as far as restocking is concerned. We don't have a tendency to use very many of them. Cottage. Grab a few more crosses, in case that becomes important later on. Ah, Phoenix Downs. That is an excellent item to stock up on. Alrighty. Having escaped the Tower of Babel, let's take a moment to save. Now we need to find our way to the sealed cave. I will be honest, I don't remember where that's located. Ah, that looks like a likely candidate. Perhaps not. Cannot cross the magma in the Falcon. Yes, this we know. And so you see here part of the reason why we started our stream a little bit early and without preamble. Just a little bit of this kind of stuff to get through. Alright, that is not the sealed cave, as I recall. What is the name of this cave? Ah, it's just the Dwarven base, yes. Interestingly, it will let us back into the tower. Well, what do we say we reverse engineer this Dwarven base just a little bit? Maybe there's something we've forgotten further in. Well, this just leads back into the castle proper. The treasury. Oh, okay. I love accidental item discovery. Perhaps King Gyat can actually point us in the direction of the sealed cave. Hurry to the sealed cave in the southwest. Perfect. This is about as west as we can go. doesn't seem to be any way to get much further southwest than we already have. As I brainstorm a solution here, I'm also kind of taking stock of equipment and the like. It comes to my attention that we don't have any new weapons available yet for our buddy Edge. Let's see if there's actually any gear available for him. I'd hate to get to the sealed cave only to realize that we could have snagged an upgrade before we get there. Let's see. I believe that items were in the eastern wing. I could be mistaken. Weapons and armor. Perfect. Okay, well. No dice on that front. There may be more clues here within the castle, however. Now, it's interesting, normally when we hit the tab key here, or bring up the menu via other keys, we get a clue about where we should be going. Now, Cecil seems preoccupied with the fact that we can't cross the magma in the Falcon. So that being the case, it makes me wonder if there's more that needs to be done with the Falcon. You can see more on the map beyond what we're able to currently traverse. And our directions are to head southwest, but we can't get any further south or west than we have, and haven't encountered a cave. So maybe, just maybe, we need to figure out what to do with that airship first, and since we can't currently leave the underworld, and there's very few locations down here, my thought process is perhaps there's something here in the Dwarf Fortress that will let us do exactly that. If I can remember how to get into the western wing of the castle without having to leave all the way out, which I couldn't, so that's what we're going to do. The eastern wing just has the weapons and armor shop and the inn, as I recall. But the western tower has the... I am struggling here, my goodness. The western tower has the inn, the regular item shop, and the infirmary, as I recall. I think there might be one other place I'm forgetting. I appear to be running in circles at this juncture. Perhaps I should use the map. Ah, yes, okay. The stairs were right over here the whole time. Yes, okay, so we have the inn, but there was an additional room, I'm pretty sure. Is it down through here? Dwarven Castle, first floor. Must have been up through here then. That old human is awfully spry for his age. What old human? My man! It's time for dinner again already. I tell you, the cuisine down here could use some work. If I have to eat one more... Sid! You're alive! Put on a real show, didn't you? I'm amazed he's not dead, honestly. He jumped out of an airship with a grenade. Codger, did that unmannered lump just call me an old codger? You're the unmannered one. Who is he? Who is this snot-nosed little brat? Prince Edge of Eblin. Pleased to make your acquaintance, old man. He has a foul tongue, but the matter of his loyalty seems true enough. Let's not forget my dashing looks and mystifying skills. Edge, please, the man is injured. Ceridia's got you reined in with that pretty little face of hers, huh? Quiet, you. What's become of Golbez? We defeated his 4 archfiends, but he still holds all the crystals save one. We would go to security if only the Enterprise weren't still up on the surface. The enemy ship we stole cannot cross the magma. It doesn't sound like you can do much at all, does it? Guess it's up to me again. I swear you kids never get anything done without me. Sir, you must stay in bed, at least until you've healed. We young folk are quick to recover. There's no time to be lounging about. If you want me on my back again, you'd best come and lend me a hand. Oh my. He certainly seems well enough. Get my mallet! Yeah, that's how that works. Sure. Just bang on the steering wheel. Seems to have worn himself out. He always pushes himself too hard. Thank you for everything. Oh, there's a letter under his pillow. We better read that. I'm writing this letter in case the worst should befall me. If you're reading this, I suppose it has. Make sure you give all those baddies an extra whack on the head for me. We owe it to our late king. No, we owe it to everybody in this world, even these people down here with their lousy food. And please, apologize to my daughter for me, for all I put her through with my selfishness. All my love, Sid. Get the Analyze augment. Sweet. Alright, well, I guess now that our ship can cross anything it wants, we can move on. Peace on out of here. Aw, yeah. First thing we're going to do is fill in as much of the map as it will let us. This beauty cruises. Look at this. Ooh. That looks fascinating. We'll kind of come back there in a minute. That looks like a sealed cave to me. have we here? More unexplored stuff. All kinds of places to potentially go. Right, and what is this? Even more places to go. Man, we have a lot of locations that we have not been told to visit. I say we go there. Now don't tell me you're not going to let me fill in the last couple pixels of the map. Aha! There was a secret passageway. And even more places we're not yet supposed to go. Alright, you know what that means. It is time to land and save and go the places the quest hasn't told us to go, because that is the spirit of adventure. I wouldn't even have seen this place if I didn't keep trying to fill in the portion of the map that wasn't filled in. Kokel's Forge. Okay. Oh, come on. I see it. Remedy. Okay. Nice counter here. You must be Kokel? This is the home of Kokel, the finest smith the world has ever known. Lally. Okay. Presumably not. Master Kokel's forge is all but gone cold. He does nothing but sleep these days, Lally. My smithing days are done. What good would it do for me to forge another sword? I cannot find the legendary adamantite, and without it I can do no greater work. Now, as I recall, there was somebody on the surface that wants adamantite, or that is offering adamantite in exchange for something else. A tail of some kind, I believe. So it may be worth doubling back there after we figured out how to get that other item. So this looks like a place we're going to come back to. Fair enough. Well, what other treasures could we uncover? What is this? Looks like a town to me. Who else lives in the underworld? Tomra! But my mother's beard. Where few people come from. Alright. There's a cave in the northwest that extends all the way to the land that lies between, where all manner of beasties dwell. Frightening, no? A rather eloquent dwarf. They tell me the seas of the surface are blue. Blue, just the thought of it turns my stomach. Yeah, what unimaginable horror. They have an inn. What do those sylphs have to be? Why do those sylphs have to be so flighty? We don't want to hurt them or nothing. We're nice dwarves. There's a cave full of sylphs up in the far northwestern reaches. Timid, those things. Okay. Well, that gives us some insight into what we can expect in the cave to the north. Nolly-ho? Afraid not, lad. The dwarves of Tomra say hi-ho. How disappointing. But we do have the opportunity to pick up some new equipment, and I'm never one to pass that up. Diamond equipment. Heck to the yes. The diamond equipment has the traits of being expensive and very useful in previous games. Those armlets sure seem to fit the bill. I'll take 3 of those. Let's see, diamond gloves seem to be a downgrade for Cecil. My goodness, I don't know what he has equipped. Diamond shield, a couple of those wouldn't be amiss. At least 1 diamond helm. 2 sets of diamond armor. Let's just equip those for the time being. Oh, he has the Giant's Gloves. Yes, that's why it's a downgrade, because those were something of a more rare drop from one of those random encounters that we did. Whoops. Let's see, we want Diamond Armlet. That actually seems like kind of a downgrade for her. 5 and 8 versus 6 and 8 and halves lightning. It's just that the magic evasion, spirit, and intellect stats will go down. Well, she doesn't need intellect as much because that's usually the governing stat for offensive magic. Spirit would make her heals less potent, but they're honestly doing plenty as it is. Let's go with it. Kane has a power armlet, which increases his damage. Not real keen to part with that. Okay. Let's see, and for him, the green beret seems to be more useful. It acts like the headband in that it increases his strength, but it also gives him some other useful stats. So we're gonna leave him with that. Alright, let's see. Probably can sell that leather clothing. Certainly the prison garb. Clean out some of this junk, shall we? We'll hang on to the lustrous shield just in case having dark damage becomes useful later on. We don't need those mithril shields, or indeed any of the mithril equipment at this stage. Half ice, half ice. Yeah, we'll hold on to those for the moment. I don't think City is going to be joining our party anymore, so we'll get rid of his mallet. I don't think we're going to get Edward back anytime soon either, so we'll get rid of the harp. Alright, I've cleaned out some inventory space here. This dude just sells armor. Has he got a cohort that sells weapons? That'd be you, wouldn't it? Indeed it would. Ashura. Now look at that. We're going to want a couple of those for sure. Chain whip. I'm not crazy about spending a bunch of money on shuriken, to be honest with you, so we're not going to do that. I could pick up another ogre killer to give to Kane, but call me a traditionalist. I like to keep him equipped with a spear. It just feels wrong to do it other ways. Okay, let's grab that chain whip for you. Perfect. I think with that, we're pretty well kitted out for the next leg of our adventure. It's good that we did a little bit of extra leveling on the side, because that gil has certainly come in handy. Hi-ho, has something happened to the castle? We've been seeing a lot of commotion across the magma. How do the dwarves cross the magma, one must ask? I'm a simple farmer. Okay. You must have traveled a long way. Go on, take whatever you like as a souvenir. That is very generous. Gil, don't mind if I do. Alright, I think that's it for the town of Tomra. Unless they have anything at the general item store that we don't already have stocked up on, which I have my doubts. Gaiadrum casts Quake. Casts Comet. Osmos. Ooh, okay. That's always a good thing to have. Drain, slow. Yeah, nothing else here that is begging for our use, so we'll leave those alone for now. Dollars to donuts that this is the sealed cave, so before we check that out, let's find out what's here. Passage of the Eidolons. Ah, yes. I seem to recall the King of Baron said we should visit here. I passed through this way when I left the Fey March. We should seek out Leviathan and the others and ask for their aid. Oh dear. I don't know if we're meant to be here just yet, but we'll find out. Okay, we do seem to be able to chop through the enemies without too much problem. At least the first enemies. $3,000 XP, that's about on par. Achievement unlocked, aficionado. Probably tied, excuse me, tied to the bestiary. 3,000 XP is about on par with what we had been seeing for XP drops before we got here, so. Wow, these enemies actually hurt a fair amount. These things are just casting death. That's troubling. I sure hope that has a low accuracy rating, because these things could be a huge pain. Also, I think it's probably the fact that the floor is literally lava with all the spiderweb looking things, but this reminds me quite a bit of Thousand Maws of Todorok, where you have to kind of go from spiderweb to spiderweb to avoid the lava floors. Those are the vibes I'm getting anyway. Alright, is there anything further east? There is. Let's go north. Now those look like holes in the floor, so it looks like this might be maybe a 3D dungeon. No, okay. Just looks that way. I also don't know how much HP we're losing as we step across the lava, but it looks like it's an okay amount, honestly. Alright, let's... Goodness gracious. These things spamming death, even with like a low accuracy rating, eventually some of them are gonna hit. Kinda like that. Oh, okay. Let's use Blitz. Use Raise. You know what? I think honestly, let's just stop fighting these things. That sounds like a better plan to me. With the amount of time we're going to have to spend healing, they're just going to keep chunking away at us. So let's raise. And raise. Perfect. ambush, I would guess. High potion. No, okay. This place is going to be a pain, I can already feel it. Okay. It's a good thing we don't really need Cecil's MP in battle. More Aramens. What if we just ran from these, honestly? They seem like they're going to be a huge pain. Let's see. Oh, you know what? What if... Haha! I hadn't even really thought of that. I wonder how long that lasts. Is it once per map, perhaps? Maybe it's a certain number of turns in battle. Oh, let's not deal with this. Alright, let's see. I'll be honest, I don't recall this part of the game in the slightest, but that just makes it all the more exciting. Okay, we seem to have found the way forward. Okay. These guys I'll fight. What do you got for me? Right around 7,000 to 8,000 HP, roughly. You know, the imps kind of look like the Madness Imp from Soul Eater. Just a little bit lankier. Okay, now these things aren't so bad. Before I continue any further. Yeah, okay. But you know what? I can get that on the way out. So it does look like every time we transition from room to room, it's going to remove that float effect, but that's fine. The MP cost isn't too intense, and we can probably recoup that with some prayer in battles, so let's continue. Yeah, it definitely has those 1,000 Maws of Totorock vibes, just with a fire twist to it. Some all hard, maybe? Okay, we seem to be making pretty short work of most of the normal enemies down here. That looks like an ambush waiting to happen. Cottage. But it wasn't. They got me jumpy after the Tower of Babel. How many times did we get ambushed up there? Let's see. Oh, we found the passage out. What have we here? Thunder dragons. Okay, that hurts just a little bit. Hurts significantly more on people who don't take half damage from the lightning element. Yikes. Oh, Edge lost float because he got KO'd. Let's not mess around. I am surprised that has any HP left, to be honest with you. Those things were a little on the scarier side, huh? 10,000 XP, I guess so. Okay, let's see. So that's the passage out. We'll want to explore over here a little bit. I think it's just Edge that's getting hit by that, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Oh no. Being terrorized by the Thunder Dragons. Just one is good, thank you. Oh, and of course you hit Edge. Edge cannot take that hit. Give it a try. Okay. I had been wondering exactly how much lifesteal Drain had. I'm not disappointed, honestly. Don't do it. Okay. I was gonna say, don't you nuke Edge again. My goodness, these have so much HP. And they're quick. He's about on par with Edge in terms of speed. Let's see. just for a short while, let's have her auto-battle with prey. Keep our MP resources high. High potion. There we go. Basement 2 complete. A Soma drop. What does that do? Increases max MP by 10. That might be worth keeping on hand until we know who our final party members are going to be. Oh no. Poor Edge. Now then. Now, if only we could have gotten some diamond armor for Edge, but he is the squishy, unfortunately. Okay, Path of the Eidolons 3. Let's recast float on the party. Top everyone off. Oh, here's a new one. What have we here? Nothing worth writing home about. I'm surprised more of these treasure chests don't contain enemy ambushes. Maybe they figured that the lava floor is enough of an obstacle to have to deal with already. Okay. Maybe prayer doesn't work if nobody's missing HP. I'm getting into the 50s now. For context, many of the classic Final Fantasy games end somewhere between 45 and 55 in terms of level if you're not power leveling. I believe for Final Fantasy III, my party was right around level 53 when I defeated Cloud of Darkness, and I didn't go out of my way to power level. I think I beefed up a couple of times during the story just to deal with the next area, but... Two spiders. We are immune to Quake because we're floating. So we know that they are damaged heavily by ice. Kind of file that mental note away in case we end up fighting them en masse. Okay, north we go. Oh, beautiful. The Fey March. But first, real quick, defender, and an enemy ambush. That's more like it. Oh, that's not too bad. Honestly, the fact that the Pray command restores MP is possibly its most useful attribute. MP is your lifeblood in a lot of these games. And unless you want to be hemorrhaging gil paying for ethers, having somebody like Rosa in the party is going to be instrumental to your long-term success. Edge is creeping up there on levels, catching up with the party slowly but surely. We are missing nearly 10% of this map. Somehow. Mayhaps there are more hidden passageways. Earthquake. You funny. Perfect. Well, he survived that one. Your boy Edge is getting just a little bit beefier as time goes on. Wrath, always nice to have. Whoops, there we go. Let's double back and look for some more hidden passageways. If we're missing nearly 10% of the map, let's aim for the biggest chunk that we haven't explored yet. Yep, that was a pretty easy process of elimination. Let's not deal with these, however, because they are a pain. Kiku Ichimonji. Traditionally a samurai or ninja weapon, depending on which game you are playing. 50 attack, yes please, and thank you. Poison axe, okay. Let's see, 1 more strength, but 15 more attack. 1 more stamina, -1 speed, -1 intellect, -1 spirit, and inflicts poison. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Map complete. More Soma drops. What have we got over here? If the map is complete. Secret tunnel. Joke's on you, he takes half damage from lightning. Perfect. Just kind of curious where this goes. Not that we necessarily need it at this juncture. I see, I see. Alright, I think we're free to move on to the Feymarch at this point. Ha! Earthquake all you want. Let's just top off. Rydia, you've returned. What a fascinating place. This is the Feymarch, the land we Eidolons call home. Step in that portal just yet. Can I walk around it? That's probably a thing. Yeah, there we go. A rat tail? How intriguing. It appears to be a key item. And as you recall, we took a brief pit stop on the way here with somebody who wanted adamantite to be able to forge again. A few episodes ago prior, which was probably a few months ago here in real-world time, we met somebody who wanted tails in exchange for adamantite. We might be able to connect those dots, but we'll have to see. The Eidolian king resides in the deepest reaches of the Feymarch. Any guesses on who the Eidolian king could be? I have a few. Oh, goodness. Yuichi arrows, always good to have. Elixir. Dry ether. Yuichi bow, perfect. Let's have a look at those. In some games they inflict the darkness status effect. In this game they just seem to be very strong, which I will not argue with. Now, as expected, Defender does have a pretty decent defense stat on it. We may look into using that for boss battles, but for right now, the sheer offensive power on the Poison Axe, I think, is more useful for Cecil. And as I previously stated, I don't like to equip non-spears on Cade. Everybody kind of plays their own way, but just to me it feels weird to have a Dragoon using anything but a spear, so... Let's see, we came in on the red portal, so let's double back real quick. $6,000 gil. Alright, time to start poking at portals and see what they do. Waterfall Grotto. Ah, and that seems to have brought us back to the surface, interestingly enough. Ah, and a shortcut back into the Feymarch. I certainly won't complain about that, but as long as we're right here, let's take a moment just to fill in that last segment of the map in this location. Poor Edge. He's getting beaten up. His magic defense leaves a lot to be desired. Perfect. That actually didn't fill in this section of the map. Just gonna brute force my way through here, but let's take an extra moment to figure out what we're missing. About 10% missing, so probably top left corner. That's a pass from me. No, thank you. All right. Doesn't seem to be a passage on the west or northwest walls. Let's see. What about east? This game has an affinity for hidden passageways. Okay, let's see where else it could be. We're bound to get something other than these eventually, right? You've got to be kidding me. Oh my goodness. Just to be an absolute stinker. Alright, there doesn't seem to be a passage to the left. So we've tried this wall, we've tried this wall, we've tried this wall, and this wall, and this wall. Could be to the south, looping around that way somewhere. Or possibly up here. Alright. Mustn't forget. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Okay. Really? These things have got to be some of the trolliest enemies I've ever encountered. Moving on. Did that not re-up float on them? Oh, casting float on everyone inverts the effect. That's not annoying at all. Aha. Perfect. guess that's it for this map. Alright, now with that said, we have unfortunately reached the end of our segment for today, but we will be back on Sunday for our normal Sunday Fun Day festivities. We'll be back on next Thursday for some more Kai plays, same bat time, same bat channel. As mentioned at the beginning of this segment, we don't currently have a Tiltify campaign running for our nonprofit ventures in the real world, but if you'd like to support TCK in a more general sense, you can find beneath the live stream or in the description in the link below a link to our Patreon. That helps support our resources, pay for the things that we need to be able to continue running these kinds of ventures, and may help us branch out into other areas as well. If you'd like to hold out for our next nonprofit adventure, that will be coming for you next month. We're currently in the works for planning our next Tiltify venture and recording resources for that as well. So stay tuned. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and of course on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you on Sunday, and may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.